Hello students, welcome to Nageshkar Rizgi Orchid channel. I am Beena teacher teaching you 4th standard math subject. So what we have studied in our last session? Yes, we have studied about types of fractions. We have seen like fractions, unlike fractions, proper fractions, improper fractions, mixed fractions and unit fractions. I hope you all have written the definitions of these all fractions in your rub book and you have by hearted. Okay, now today we will solve our exercise 1.5. Now see, look at the board. What is the A question? Which set of fractions are like and which are unlike? Now just we need to observe this, the practice fraction set, and we have to decide it. Now what I'll do, I'll write the answers here only, but you are not going to write anything in the textbook. You will write in your CW whenever I will send the notes. Okay. Now see, observe this set of fraction 1/7, 2/7, 3/7, 4/7. Now can you tell me which fraction it is? Shall we revise once again? Yes, let me revise you once again about types of fractions. First, like fractions are fractions with the same denominators. Okay, like fractions are fractions with the same denominator. The first, unlike fractions are fractions with different denominators. What I said? Unlike fractions are fractions with different denominator. Now what you have to see whenever you are doing this question, like or unlike? Denominator, if denominators are same, they are like fractions. If denominators are not same, they are unlike fractions. Now see, all the denominators, in the denominator place everywhere 7 is there. So this set is like fractions, isn't it? Yes. Now what about this? 1/2, 1/3, 1/4, 1/5. Denominators are same, students? No, different, 2, 3, 4, 5. So these are unlike fractions. Okay. Now see the third one. 1/3, 2/6, 3/9, 4/12. What you can observe? Denominators are same or different? Different. So they are also unlike fractions. Now what about fourth one? 3/9, 5/9, 7/9, 11/9. See, the denominators are same. So they are called like fractions, isn't it? Now what about this? 2/3, 3/2, 3/4, 4/3. See, denominators are different. So they are called unlike fraction. Now observe this. Denominators are same or different? Same. So they are called like fractions. Clear till here? Now we will solve B question. Now what is B question? Write the next 5 like fractions. Very, very important. Like fractions. What we have studied about like fractions? Like fractions are fractions with the same denominators. Okay. So 1/8, 2/8. The next what will come? 3/8. The next 4/8, 5/8, 6/8, 7/8. Why we are not changing the denominator, students? When we are changing the numerator, why we are not changing? Yes, because they said write next 5. So we are writing next number in the numerator. And why we are not changing denominator? Because they said write next 5 like fractions. So in the like fractions, always denominators are same. If the denominators are same, then only they are called as a like fraction. The second one you solve by your own. Now third one I will tell you. See, same it is. Now second one I will explain you. Now here 2, 3, then what will come next? 4. The denominator right as it is. The next 5/9, 6/9, 7/9 and 8/9. Understood? Clear? Yes, very good. Now C question. which of these fractions are proper fractions? Now I'll write here in shortcut by seeing the number, but you need to write in proper manner. Now let me revise you about proper fractions. Now what is proper fraction, students? Fractions in which the numerator is less than the denominators are known as a proper fractions. I'll repeat. Fractions in which the numerator is less than the denominator. What they said? Numerator should be less than the denominators are known as a proper fractions. So see, 3/7. Is it proper fractions? Yes. What you can write here? Yes. How you will write? Yes, in yes or no, or proper fractions, or like, see, write proper or in bracket T. Okay. Now next one. What is the number next one? 8/6. They did not say. Now see, what is proper? Proper means numerator should be less than denominator, but here numerator is greater than the denominator. Now this is improper fraction. In short, I will write I. Okay. Now see, 18/27. 18 is the numerator. So numerator is, yes, whether it is less than denominator? Yes, tell me. Numerator is less than denominator, so it is also proper fraction. Now 18/20, yes, here also numerator is less than denominator, so this is also proper fractions. Now 17/19, now you do by yourself. Now see the sixth one, 21/20. See, numerator is greater than the denominator. In the numerator place 21 is there, in denominator place 20 is there. So this is improper fraction. Now next example. Now see, seventh one, 24/20. Now numerator is greater than the denominator, isn't it? See, in the numerator place 24 is there. It is greater than the denominator. So this number is improper fraction. Now what about 6/7? See, numerator is less than the denominator because 6 is there in the place of numerator. So this is proper fraction. Now 11/12. Yes, numerator is less than the denominator. So it is also proper fraction. Now next D question. Which of these fractions are improper fractions? Now let me revise you about improper fractions. Now what are the improper fractions, students? Yes, which the numerator is greater than the denominators are called improper fractions. See what they say. The numerator is greater than the denominator. Numerator should be greater than the denominator. See here, numerator is greater or less? See, no, numerator is small one it is. So this is proper fraction. So numerator is less than denominator. So it is proper. Now here 7/9. See, here also proper fraction, isn't it? And 99/100. Yes, this is also proper fraction. Now see next one, 13/11. Now here numerator is greater than the denominator, so it is improper fraction, isn't it? Now see the sixth one, 19/18. Yes, numerator is greater than the denominator, so this is also improper fraction. Now seventh one, 8/5. 8 is greater than 5, so numerator is greater than denominator, so this is also improper fraction. Now 10th one, last I will explain you, 49/50. See here, numerator is less than the denominator, so this is not improper fraction, this is proper fraction. Clear? Yes, very good. Now we will move to the next concept. Now we are going to see conversion of improper fractions and mixed fractions. Now they have given some examples. Now we will see. Convert the improper fractions 5 upon 3 to the mixed fraction. Now how we can convert? 5 upon 3 is 5/3. We know that 5/3 make a whole. So therefore 5/3 make a whole and 2/3. How we can make? See, you can see here 5. In that 5, how many parts? 5 parts are there, and out of 3, isn't it? So here 3 upon 3 is 1 part. Total parts how many they had given? 3 only, isn't it? Denominator means whole part. So 3 already they had given. So we have written 3 and 3 boxes. Means 3 upon 3 is 1 whole part, and the 5 is given. So in that 3 if we add 2. So 2 parts are extra we need to add in this. So that is through 2 upon 3. So how we can write this number in mixed fractions? 1 whole and 2 upon 3. Now how we can do this? How we can solve this in short method? Now what you have to do? Divide 5 by 3. How you can divide? See, 3 ones are 3. 2 will remain. This is what? Quotient. This is what? Remainder. So you get quotient 1 and the remainder is 2. So the quotient 1 is a whole number of the mixed fraction, and the remainder 2 is the numerator of the mixed fractions, and the denominator remain has a 3 only. So therefore 5 upon 3 we can have to write whole number first 1, and remainder should come in the place of numerator, and the 3 will remain in the denominator's place. Are you getting? Yes students, is that clear? Short method? Yes. Now what we have done? We have converted improper fractions into mixed fractions, isn't it? First what we did? We have divided numerator by denominator. See, 5 upon 3. We have divided numerator by denominator, isn't it? And the second step, we have find out at the quotient, and quotient is what? Natural number. And the next is remainder. The remainder is numerator of the proper fractions. So denominator remains the same as it is. Okay. Now next example, second one. Now they had given mixed fractions. See, 2 1 by 3 into an improper fractions. Now they had given mixed fractions, we need to convert into improper fraction. Now 2 whole part is there, 2 whole means, see, 2 whole, and how many? 1/3 part. This 2 means what? 3 upon 3, and here they had given in whole 3 parts. 1 part we need to add in that 2 parts. So 3 parts we have to take, and 2 parts already whole, and from third part we have to take 1, isn't it? So 1 whole is 3/3. So therefore how we can do? 3 upon 3 plus 3 upon 3 plus 1 upon 3. So when we add all together we get 7 upon 3. Are you getting what we have done? Yes students. See once again. 2 1 by 3. So 1 by 3 is very important. What is there in whole part? 3. So already 2 whole number they had given. 2 whole number. So 3 by 3, 2 already they had given, and the next 1 by 3 we need to add in that. So one more we have taken, and from that only 1 part we need to add in this part. So the answers are here 3 upon 3, 3 upon 3 and 1 upon 3. So when we add these 3 numbers, 3 fractions together, 3 plus 1, Yes, 3 plus 3 6, 6 plus 1 7, and the denominator right has it is. So the answer is 7 upon 3. And what is the short method of this problem solving? Now see, multiply 3. Now 2 1 upon 3. Now what we have to do in short method? We need to multiply 3 denominator by 2 with the whole number, and whatever number we get, we need to add numerator. See, these two numbers, whole number and the denominator, we need to multiply, and we need to add the numerator. So what we get? 2 3s are 6, 6 plus 1 7, 7, and write denominator as it is, 7 upon 3. Are you getting? 7 is the numerator of the improper fractions and 3 remain same as the denominator. So what is your shortcut? Yes, tell me. What do you have to do? Yes. Now first, what is the mixed fraction shortcut? Quotient is equals quotients, remainder and the denominator. First, keep in your mind. What is Q? Q stand for quotient. Quotient is a natural number. R stand for remainder. Remainder is a numerator, and D stand for denominator. Okay? So, keep in your mind this. Remember this first, and when you want to convert improper number into mixed fractions, you have to use this. And if same mixed fractions, if you want to convert into improper fractions, what you have to do? Q multiplied by D plus R. Q stand for quotient, D stand for denominator, R stand for remainder. Isn't it clear? Is that clear? Very good. Now we will solve our exercise 1.6. What is the first question? Fill in the blanks. Now 5 upon 2 is equals to dash dash 1 by 2. Now we will go with the shortcut method only. So directly I will divide. Now 2 2s are 4. This is rough work. So 1 will remain. So this is what? Remainder. This is what? Quotient. Isn't it? And this is denominator. Just now I told you now how to write Q R upon D. What is Q here? What is Q here? 2. Already they have given. And what is R? 1. So right here, and D is 2. Clear? Yes. Now they are given improper fractions, we need to convert into mixed fractions. Now what to do in that case? Yes, tell me students, what to do? We need to do the same. We have to convert into mixed fractions. We have to divide 5, 6 divided by 5. 5 ones are 5, 1 will remain, this is remainder, this is quotient, and this is denominator. So, whole number is 1, already they are given, means quotient, and the remainder will come here, and the denominator will remain as it is. Clear? Yes. Now see this example. Now they had given mixed fractions. Now we need to convert into improper fraction. Now in this case what we have to do? We have to multiply whole number with the denominator, that is 5 multiplied by 5, and after that we need to add 3 numerator. So 5 5s are 25 plus 3, 28 divided by 5. So here what will come? 28. Clear? Yes. Now see, The fifth one, again same example, they have given mixed fractions, we need to convert into improper fractions. Now directly you can do, what is this? Whole number. Natural number and the denominator we need to multiply and we need to add numerator. Now see, multiplication, 10 tens are 100, 100 plus 1, 101. Isn't it? Yes. Now that given mixed fraction, we need to convert into improper fraction. Isn't it? Now same, 100 twos are 200, 200 plus 1, 201. Already they had given. So what will come in the place of denominator? Yes, denominator will remain always same. So write 2. Clear? Is that clear? So remaining third one, sixth one and eighth one you will solve by your own. Clear? Yes. Now we will solve B question. What is the first question, students? 17 upon 6. What we have to do? What is B question? Convert the following fractions into the mixed fractions. Isn't it? How we can do? Yes, by dividing the number. What we need to divide? Yes, tell me. Short method we have seen now. We need to divide 17 by 6, isn't it? So we will do the rough work. Now see, in 6 table 17 is there? No. 6 twos are 12 and here what will remain? 5 and 0. This is what remainder, this is what quotient and this is denominator. So we'll write quotient here, whole place number, and the remainder in the place of numerator, and the denominator, sorry, here I have written R only. What is remainder? 5. So write here 5 and the denominators will remain as it is. How you can cross check whether this answer is correct or no? See, again you can mix the fractions, convert into improper fraction. 2 6 are 12. 12 plus 5, 17 upon 6. Our answer is correct. Now I will solve next one. Third one I will solve for you. 19 upon 3. Okay. Now I will do the rough work here. In 3 table 19 is there, students? No. What is less than that? 3 6 are 18. See, the remainder is 1. This is remainder, this is quotient and this is denominator, isn't it? So whole number is 6. Write quotient here. Keep in your mind, what you have to keep? Quotient, remainder divided by denominator. This is very important while converting improper fractions into mixed fractions. And now 19 upon 3, Q quotient we have written, the remainder right in the place of numerator and the denominator remains as it is. Clear? Now next example. Now I will solve sixth one for you. What is the sixth one? 29 upon 5. Now do the rough work. Without rough work you can't do. Now see, in 5 table 29 is there? No. 5 5s are 29, 25. 9 minus 5 is 4, 0. So this is what? Remainder, this is quotient and this is denominator. See? Write quotient first, that is 5, and the remainder in the place of numerator and the denominators will remain as it is. How you can cross check? 5 5s are 25 plus 4 is 29 and denominators remain as it is. Clear? Now next example. 8th one I will solve for you. 19 upon 4. Now do the rough work. Divide 19 by 4. In 4 table 19 is there students? No. 4 4s are 16. 3 will remain 0. This is what? Remainder, this is quotient and this is denominator. So we write quotient first. Quotient is 6 and the remainder we'll write in the place of numerator, that is 3, and the denominators remain as it is. How we are cross checking students? 6 multiplied by 4 plus 3. 6 4s are, yes, sorry, here what I have written, sorry, 4 4s are 16. 4 4s are 16, isn't it? 4 4s are 16. 4 4s are 16, the remainder is 3. 4 quotient 3 upon 4. Now 4 4s are 16. 16 plus 3 is 19 and the denominators remain as it is. Okay. Now next example I will solve. 11th one. 48 divided by 7. Now we need to do rough work. Yes, tell me, in 7 table 48 is there? 7 7s are 49. No, 7 6s are 42, isn't it? So write. So how many will remain? 6. This is what? Remainder. This is quotient and this one is denominator. So write quotient first 6 and remainder in the place of numerator and denominators will remain as it is. Clear? Yes. Last one more I will solve for you. 12th one. 69 upon 8. Now do the rough work. 69 upon 8. 9 8 table 69 is there student? No. Then what is less than that? 8 8s are 64. Isn't it? See how tables are very important while doing any math sum. Isn't it? Now 9 minus 4 is 5. 6 minus 6 is 0. 5 is what? Remainder. 8 is quotient and this is denominators. Now write quotient first, that is 8, and the remainder in the place of numerator and the denominators will remain as it is. Clear? Here we have solved B question. We have completed. Remaining all sums you are going to solve by your own. Now C question, convert the following mixed numbers into improper fraction. Now this you are going to solve in your rub book, and in next episode whenever I will solve, you just cross check your answer. Till that time, bye bye, take care and thank you.